This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, October 29th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Hey, a quick PSA. The new Bay Plates go on sale this morning, and I'm going to get mine right at 9 o'clock at the Annapolis MVA. But now let's talk about elections. So far, more than double the number of people have voted in Maryland during early voting compared to the same time 2 years ago, which was the last midterm election. The top race, obviously, is the governor race between Republican Larry Hogan and Democrat challenger Ben Jealous. Now, we did not have a governor race 2 years ago, so that would probably explain why the numbers are doubled. Please remember that early voting does go through November 1st. Polls are open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and in Anne Arundel County, they are at the big libraries as well as the Pip Moyer Rec Center in Annapolis, and you can find out more information at aacounty.org and then just surf over into departments and elections. But are our elections secure? A cyber firm has claimed that they have hacked into a poorly protected Democratic fundraising files. The firm is called Hacken, appropriately enough, and they claim to have breached a storage device attached to the network of a consulting firm called Rice Consulting in Maryland, which provides fundraising service to several state-level candidates. According to Hacken, the team was able to gain access to a wealth of information that would be potentially useful to someone seeking to disrupt the election. The storage device had also been accessed by IP addresses from Turkey, South Korea, and Thailand in the past year. When contacted, Rice Consulting declined to comment. Now, that was the Democratic Party's fundraising database. As far as the Maryland election databases, Linda Lamone, who's the Maryland's election administrator, says, quote, "We're good to go." State and federal authorities have all said that they're confident the voting system is well fortified against any ongoing cyber threats from foreign nations. Let's hope that's the fact. Hey, some good news out of Anne Arundel County Public Schools for a change. New SAT scores are out, and they're showing that the current batch of people taking them have actually beat the state and national public school averages, and they actually outperformed the class of 2017, which held the lead last year. This year's class scored an average of 556 points on the reading and writing portion of the test and 545 on the math. The state averages were 538 and 528. Hispanic students saw the greatest increase. Their scores rose by 40 points in math and reading. However, scores from African Americans did not grow nearly as expected. 481 to 493 in reading and 461 to 474 in math. All in all, compositely, they trailed 187 points behind their white peers. So the school district does have some work to do on that, but it is encouraging news. Kind of a neat story out of the Naval Academy. The doors to the Naval Academy Chapel are 22 foot tall and 8 feet wide. They are cast bronze, and they need repair. The doors were originally a gift from the class of 1868 to the Naval Academy, and they were installed in 1909. And after 109 years, the doors definitely needed some work, and the class of 1968 stepped up to the plate, linking themselves to the class of 1868, who originally gave the doors, as another link in the chain. The class of 68 raised the $157,000. $120,000 of it is going to restore the doors, and they have endowed $37,000 to go for future maintenance. And preservationists say that typically gifts like this are just a once and done. Here, fix the doors and move on. And it's very unusual to see somebody endow future repairs. So good on the class of 1968. But let's talk a little bit about Navy football, or maybe we don't want to. They were out in San Diego. They played Notre Dame and got trounced 22-44. We do have a good write-up on that. Kevin Chaney was out there for us from Shellback Sports. You can check that out at eyeonannapolis.net. Navy now sits at 2 wins and 6 losses. They are not quite out of bowl contention. They need to finish the season 7-6 to nail it. But looking at the next 5 games, Cincinnati, which is ranked, UCF, which is ranked, Tulsa and Tulane, which they might win, and then finally Army on December 8th, which Army is just right now on fire. In other football news, the Ravens lost 2 games in a row, 21-36 to the Panthers. The Skins were victorious over the Giants, which is a good thing, 20-13. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Give us a recommendation to your friends and colleagues because we do appreciate it. And wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you're giving us a rating or a review. That would be very much appreciated as well. But for now, you want to hang tight because we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and he's coming up right after this. Oh, and go out and vote.
Hi, Kristen Fleckenstein here. For 20 years, I served as the communications director for the state's attorney's office. I know it takes someone with strength and integrity to lead the office. 4 years ago, voters overwhelmingly elected Wes Adams. He took over an office that had become dysfunctional and lacked trust. Our communities wanted better than what Ann Lightus had to offer. Wes overhauled the office, instituted training for staff, and worked with Governor Hogan to upgrade technology. The results are lower crime rates and safer communities. This race is too important to be based on partisan politics. It's about who will do the job best. That's why County Police endorsed Wes Adams and why he has my vote. As a lifelong county resident and registered Democrat, I'm confident Wes will do what's right for our families. Join me and vote Wes Adams for state's attorney.
Authorized by Friends of Wes Adams. John Spencer, Treasurer.
35 years ago, Annapolis became a fine dining destination when Carroll's Creek Cafe first opened its doors on the Eastport waterfront. Today, diners enjoy delicious new American appetizers and entrees from sea and land, an extensive wine and craft beer selection, and creative desserts, all while enjoying the most scenic views in town. Join the fun as Carroll's Creek celebrates with a very special 3-course, $35 anniversary dinner menu from October 15th to the 27th. Call 410-263-8102 to reserve your table today.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, October 29th. A nice stretch of weather kicks off today for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County with tons of sunshine through at least Wednesday, if not into Thursday as well, and some above average temps Wednesday and Thursday before some rain moves in late Thursday into Friday with another cold front. Look for breezy highs today near 60, followed by more temps and sunshine on Tuesday near 60, but without the wind. And then for Halloween Wednesday, we'll be looking at sunshine and highs upper 60s to low 70s with more 70-plus degree readings possible again Thursday. So all in all, a nice week ahead, especially with near-perfect conditions for trick-or-treaters on Wednesday for the Halloween festivities across the region. Okay, that's it for today. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to follow DMV Weather anywhere all the time on dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook, or especially on our free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather so you can always stay weather informed. This is George Young with DMV Weather. Enjoy the start to another stretch of 3 to 4 days of fall-time sunshine in our last week before we lose daylight saving time. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Imagine your child saying, "Guess what I learned in school today?" At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked teachers why.
Our innovative educational approach spans indoors and out with challenging academics that inspire and engage.
In our small classes, we are able to find the learner in every child, from preschool to 8th grade.
See for yourself as St. Andrews hosts an open house at its Edgewater campus, Friday, November 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 today.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.